Hello everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI. This is episode 8. Last time we made way to Martha's Gate in the Three Reeds and got a little bit more of an insight into what's going on with, Cid's friends and some branded expansion on seeing what actually happens to bearers and dominants with the slow petrification that's actually taking place on bodies. And then we ran into Lady Hannah, blast from the past. We had a nostalgic dinner, and we're dripped out now. We fancy. We got the main character outfit, and then we can continue to Phoenix Gate. So we're in Eastpool at the moment. I'm not sure if there's much for us to check out around here, but we will certainly do so. I expect that we will check in with Tomes at some point as well, just to see if there's been any updates in the lore. But for now, we're going to focus on heading to Phoenix Gate. We had a bit more of like an open episode last time. It was a bit of we needed to take it down a notch after having such a highly energetic 6th episode with Garuda, that it was just a relaxing time with some beautiful open world, not open world, but some beautiful open environments to explore. Great music, really fun enemies as well. I was just really enjoying it. There was certain moments where I was in combat being oh, I feel like I'm a child, and it was such a good way. It was the old school getting into random encounters playing Final Fantasy as a kid that this game was evoking from me, that I was really enjoying.
Well, aren't you dressed up smart? Especially for a bearer. Proper little prince you look.
Quite literally the best dressed bearer you'd ever seen. It's true.
Wonder if Martha could spare us a few bushels.
I think there's something that's really interesting by comparison with two of the recent mainline Final Fantasy games that I've played in recent years that are also on the channel, is Final Fantasy VII Remake also took me back to my childhood, but in a different way, because that was, wow, I'm old, and look how far we've come from Final Fantasy VII Original to now, and seeing just how beautiful it is and all the technological leaps and bounds that they can fully realize Final Fantasy VII Remake over multiple parts. And it was such a interesting experience of being taken back to my childhood and feeling like a kid again, but in a different way, where it was I'm also reflecting and aware of my adulthood as well. And then Final Fantasy XVI is sort of giving me that feeling of being a kid again, where it's a new Final Fantasy. I remember playing Final Fantasy VII and loving that game, and then I remember getting Final Fantasy VIII for the first time and just being blown away, because the difference in graphics between 7 and 8 are pretty substantial as well, and that was a year's difference. I just remember seeing that opening intro to Final Fantasy VIII, and the character models actually looked like people, and the environments and the music, and I just remember that experience of walking on the world map in Final Fantasy VIII, and just that amazement of a new Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy X also did exactly the same thing for me. It's just there's just such a wonder about playing those games for the first time, and that's the sort of feeling that 16 is giving me again. And it's kind of hard for games to make me feel that way, because I spent most of my childhood playing just Final Fantasy and some other games as well, but Final Fantasy was really the main one. So this game is achieving something that many don't, and it's purely just for sentimental reasons and nostalgia reasons, that it's I've grown up with this series, and that feeling of running through a new Final Fantasy is always so magical. And I had that a little bit with 15 as well, not as much, because 15 was such a weird time, because I went through half of my life waiting for it, and then it started becoming this really interesting waiting game, and I went through so many different periods of life and growth as a teenager waiting for that game, that by the time it finally came out, it was just such this heavy weight on my shoulders. I've waited half my life for this game. Final Fantasy XVI was much different. It's only been a few years, which is a pretty incredible turnaround time.
Harvest's down again this year. Bloody blight.
What are you doing with all the goblin coins then, mates? Everyone's got all the goblin coins.
Where are you off to then? Or hasn't your master told you? Either way, I expect our humble village ain't your final destination. Not to say it didn't have its charms. Take that tower. Relic of the Fallen it is. Must have stood there 1,000 years. And in all that time, no one's ever been inside. Mysterious, eh?
No one's ever been inside. Clive's gonna go inside and it's gonna go crazy. It's gonna react to him. This thing like screams like pillar of light into the sky type shit. Or it's going to like launch into the sky as like one of these airships. I can just see it with the way that it's set up.
Well met, friend.
Well met. What do you got for me? Nothing I'm not already familiar with. And then more orchestral rolls. They're so expensive. How are they the most expensive thing in the game?
Here you go. Come back soon now.
There you go. There you go, mate. On to Phoenix Gate.
You? Those are Elwyn's. By the flames. You're his firstborn. Clive Rosfield.
You're mistaken.
Oh, you can't fool me, my lord. You're the very image of your father. And that would be true even if you weren't wearing his clothes. The self-same garments Hannah was keeping for you, if I'm not mistaken. She always swore that she would never part with them until the day Elwyn's sons returned. And now that day has come. Why, you'll be able to take your bearers back as well.
My bearers. Forgive me, Master Mayor. I was a child when last I came to Eastpool. I didn't recognize you.
Oh, I'd be surprised if you recognized anything at all. Much has changed since Rosaria fell to the Empire. Not least for the bearers, who once served her noble families. When the Ironbloods sacked Rosalith 13 years back, many who lost their masters fled here in search of sanctuary.
And never returned.
Aye. The plan was to send them home once we'd won back the capital. But then the Imperials arrived. Rosaria became a province of Sanbreque. The duchy was dissolved, and they no longer had any home to return to. Back in your father's day, any bearer who lost their master became a ward of the duchy. We'd hand them over to the sheriffs, and they'd be assigned a new position. But when we saw how the Empire treated their branded, we knew that wasn't an option. So they've been here ever since.
And now you want to give them to me?
They're yours by right, Lord Rosfield. Bequeathed you by your late father. And they'd be better off serving you than hiding here. Indeed, many of them used to serve your house, and still considered the Rosfields their masters.
I'm no one's master. Not anymore. They wouldn't be safe with me.
I understand. You'll forgive an old man his fanciful notions. Been daydreaming for too long. But still, I would ask a favor of you. A small mercy.
If it is within my power.
One of the bearers is an elderly fellow who still swears absolute loyalty to Archduke Elwyn. I don't ask that you take him into your service, only that you meet with him. Let him see that Elwyn's son still lives, and that he's as fine a man as his father ever was.
It would be my honor.
Thank you, my lord. He sits by the well most days, watching the people go about their business. If you could show him your face, I would be most grateful.
Okay, back in the day. Let's go meet with the old bugger.
As fine a man as my father.
You're not so very different, you know. Especially dressed like that. Come on, let's go and meet that bearer.
Send them all to the Hideaway and they can help, like, repair, bolster, and get supplies for that place. If they want to go anywhere.
He's not here.
Well, I can't leave without meeting him. I've let the mayor down once already. It will be cruel to disappoint him again.
Right, let's ask around. Someone must have seen him.
Hello, have you seen an old crusty curmudgeon?
Well now, unfamiliar faces. What brings you to Eastpool, travellers?
We're looking for an elderly bearer. You wouldn't happen to have seen him, would you?
Ah, you mean the old boy who always waits by the well?
Yes, that's him.
What business do you have with him, if you don't mind me asking? You're not from the capital too, are you?
We are, in a way.
Well then, it's a pleasure to meet a fellow Rosalithian. I was born and raised down Market Street. And never would have left if Archduke Elwyn had survived the fire. It wasn't the same when the Duchess took over, though. All the beatings, the evictions, the levies going up and up and up, even as the blight took half the harvest. Oh, listen to me, telling you what you already know. I'm sorry. And I'm afraid I can't help you with your bearer either, though I doubt he'll have gone far. He comes here every day, almost as if he's waiting for something.
We'll keep asking around then. Thank you.
Good day, milady. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a bearer, an elderly fellow who used to serve the Rosfields. Have you seen him?
Ah, that old loon. No sign of him today. Funny, he's usually down by the well at this hour, cooking up his fantasy feasts.
I'm sorry?
Oh, he worked in the kitchens at Rosalith Castle back in the day. Still thinks he's there now. You'd often hear the poor fool chatting away to the Archduke. Living in a dream he is. But better there than here, I suppose. Can't imagine the Vicereine stopping to trade tales with a bearer. Can you?
No.
Anyway, you'll be round here somewhere. Doubt he has the path to stray too far.
Thank you. We'll keep looking.
Hey, hold on a mo. Young Patrick, the chocobo keeper, might know where he is. He's taken the old bird under his wing, so to speak. He'll be in the stables. You should go and have a word with him.
Patrick the Chocobo Keeper. Thank you. We will.
Old mate Patrick.
Sorry, Jill. For making you do all this in my stead.
It can't be helped if we're to keep up the pretense. Come on, let's head for the stables.
Yes, be my master, Jill. All the NPCs are so good looking as well. It's kind of funny. You go to like some sort of peasant town and like we speak to that woman before and I'm like, all the NPCs are so gorgeous. Like, goddamn. What's your skincare routines, guys? What are you doing out here? I'm surprised Patrick doesn't have fantasy spelling. He's just Patrick. How can we make it his How can you make his spelling different? Patrick with a CH or something.
Where the bloody hell's he got to?
Excuse me, but is something the matter?
It's this bearer I've been minding. I take my eyes off him for 1 minute and he disappears. He's not in his usual spot by the well, nor anywhere else in the village.
That's our
You
man.
must be Patrick.
I am, but
And this bearer you're looking for, he's an elderly man who used to work in the Rosalith Castle kitchens, yes?
that's the fella. How do you know all this? I've never seen you in Eastpool before, but you seem to know the place better than I do myself. Ah, so that's how it is. Well then, if you're acting under orders of the mayor, you're on about to help me find him. He's been losing what little sense he had left of late, saying the sheriffs are coming to collect him and that he needs to go back to the castle. I was supposed to watch over him, keep him out of trouble. But if he's walked out on us, there's not a lot I can do.
Understood. You keep searching here, we'll look for him outside.
Thank you. I'm in your debt.
I hope he hasn't wandered into trouble.
Let's just concentrate on finding him.
In classic Final Fantasy fashion, we've got to go and find the man. He can't just be chilling somewhere.
Still no sign. Could he have strayed even further?
He'll be all the way... Yeah, okay, so he'll go all the way to this secluded spot. Old man! And then he'll be in trouble, and then we'll save him, and he'll be like, oh my god, you're a warrior worthy of the Rosfield name. Or he'll mistake us for Elwyn, because we're apparently a spitting image.
Look. There's someone over there.
It might be him. We should hurry.
Okay, he's not in trouble. Ah, I spoke too soon? I spoke too soon?
They need to die.
Agreed.
Oh no, not the small mud daubers. Hiya! I thought it was going to be like there'll be like a mini boss type enemy that we would have to save him from, but no, it's just the bees. Oh, and the Worgen. So much effort for a stomp. I like that you can parry with the burning blade. Yeah.
Are you all right, my friend? Come on. Let's go home.
Your Grace, you came for me. I waited for you so long, but you finally came.
I'm not who you think.
Clive.
Yes. Pray forgive my long delay.
It's nothing, Your Grace. I prayed to the Founder that you would come, and at long last, he answered. Will we be returning to the castle, then? There is still a place for me in the kitchens?
No, my friend. We will not be returning to the castle, not yet. I'm on a very important expedition, one which may take some time. Could you wait for me in Eastpool until my journey is complete? I will come back for you then. I promise.
Of course, Your Grace. For you, I would gladly wait until my dying day.
Why do I feel like there will be a dying day now? Like, sorry, I took too long on my journey.
Thank you, both of you. You've been most kind. The memory of serving the late Archduke was as one light in the darkness, and now that light burns a little more brightly. It's nothing but a fantasy, of course, but it's better than the truth of the matter. A damn sight better.
Final Fantasy.
The blight is on our doorstep. Our harvests are failing. The people are leaving in droves. If it weren't for Lady Hannah selling half our worldly goods to provide for the few of us who stayed behind, we would long since have starved. We want to keep the bearers safe here, we really do. But unless a miracle happens, we won't be able to spare a crust of bread to share between them soon enough.
Is it really that bad?
So bad, I even petitioned the Imperial garrison to take them. But when they found out where they'd come from, they damn near spat in our faces. Ducal dogs, they called them. Enemies of the Empire.
I know a man named Sid, who would gladly give a home to any bearer in need of one. Leave this with me. As soon as I return from Phoenix Gate, I'll speak with him.
Thank you, my lord. Will you be passing through Eastpool on your way back? I should very much like to speak with you again, if you have the time, regarding the future of the village, and what might be done for Lady Hannah, after all she's done for us.
Yes, of course. I'll be back anon.
Fare you well, my lord, my lady. I wish you a safe journey.
Nice. Nice. I did say, just take him to the Hideaway. Alright, I'm excited to give this sword a proper go against some big boy enemies, because we got new duds, new sword, the Invictus. We're in the dim.
Deadlands are aptly named.
I didn't realize they were this close.
No wonder their crops are failing. The blight is leaching the ether from the soil. And when the last drop is drained, their fields will turn to this. No plants, no animals, no life.
And no monsters. I suppose that's one small mercy.
Damn, okay, the dim. Does live up to its name. Ah.
What's this? Another relic of the Fallen.
Interesting. That's why no one's been in that spire over there, because that will be the doorway that will lead right to it. Looks like there's some sort of crystal... not sure what the word I'm looking for. Crystal indent.
Another thing to worry about. As if the absence of ether didn't cause enough problems.
Take away the lad's life force, and problems are all that's left.
Yeah, no magic, no icon abilities either. That's really interesting, being like limited in what you can do when there's no aether. All you've got is your sword, lad.
Imagine what this place used to look like before the blight took it.
I remember. It was beautiful. There it is. Phoenix Gate. Where it all went wrong.
Come on, Clive. It's time to discover the truth.
And we know that Lord Margrace is heading here as well. Okay. Back to Phoenix Gate. So we're going. It's been 13 years, untouched in the many winters since the stronghold's fall. The scars of that fateful night linger still upon her walls. And then we've got Rosalith Castle right here. Right.
It's almost as if time had stood still.
I suppose no one had any cause to return here. No. It's just as I left it. Let's have a look around.
Buried memories.
Could I have done this?
Could anyone?
Goddamn. The massive crater that was formed. It was such a fight, though. It was insane. Ifrit vs. Phoenix was just mind-blowing.
What is it, Torgal?
Clive.
That's him.
That little musical cue was so weird.
I have to know.
Alright. He just randomly be walking. Is it time for answers?
Where is he?
Nowhere to be seen.
Damn it! He's like a bloody eel.
What is this place, anyway? Some sort of shrine?
Oh, sorry. You've never been here before. This is the Hall of the Gate.
The gate?
It's a relic of the Fallen. Only the Phoenix's dominant can open it.
Hence the castle's name. This was where Joshua was supposed to...
Yes. He would have stepped through this door the next morning and listened to the words of our ancestors.
Would you have gone with him?
No. The apodatory is holy ground. None but the dominant may enter. I and the other shields would have stood guard here and prayed for my brother's safe return.
That is so Final Fantasy X that it's incredible. I love it. The Guardian's waiting outside while the Summoner does what the Summoner needs to do. That's cool. So the hooded man is Joshua? Like, is that right? And he's, because the whole point of the Phoenix is rebirth, but then he was at the night that it happened, but they both look very similar. And if he is the Phoenix's dominant, he can walk through this door, which would explain why he's not in this room right now. Oh my god.
Where the hell did he go?
Through the door.
Perhaps he went inside.
He couldn't have. He'd need the power of the Phoenix.
You have the power of the Phoenix. This door is very similar to the one that we were just looking at before. Not as extravagant, but wow.
Thank you, Joshua.
Are you sure about this?
Nevermore.
Cool to see all the moving parts of that door. But yeah, there was the one that's leading to the spire would also be activated potentially with a certain icon's power then. The whole of the ancestors. Oh, I love the music.
Another gate. Let's see if this one opens.
That is such a cool door. Wow.
Could this place really be a fallen ruin?
You could hardly call it a ruin. It's perfect. Like it was built yesterday.
So is this all Aether as well? Look at the scale of this place.
Have you ever seen anything like this? Jill?
Okay.
What do we do?
We fight. Dude, Fallen Machina. Fallen Bug. Ooh, dude, all of their like weird technology and like everything is so cool. They got like sentries. I really like the aesthetic.
That's it.
Dude, they look so cool. What the fuck? It's got a lightsaber. Oh my god. What the fuck?
It's over.
I wonder if this is the something that Joshua would have to go through if he came through here. Like he would go in here and it's like a trial for him to come through and face off against all these things. Like maybe?
How can these things still function?
How can any of this? This must be what the fallen ruins were like before they fell.
I wonder if it's all powered by the Aether and that's why. God, and all this is just under the ground. It just makes you think of how many more things like this are under the planet's surface.
Give them all you've got, boy. Keep your distance, boy. There, boy. Give them all you've got, boy. Get him, boy. Don't let us enough. Keep your distance, boy.
The music in this area is so cool. I love this sort of style that it's going for. The variety in tracks that we've heard so far have been incredible. Like we've got like the fucking big, massive, booming orchestral beats, and then we've got some cool, like, I don't know, just like an electronic beat going through here as well, and it's like weird sounding. Fallen Guardian.
Then let's give it one.
Oh my god. No, dude.
Don't let them get away. This time. Give them all you've got, boy. Don't let them get away. Distance, boy. This time. Give them all you've got, boy. Keep your distance, boy. Give them all you've got, boy. My wounds, boy. Don't let them get away.
Does any of this make sense to you?
Nope.
None. Let's find the hooded man and leave.
So we really think that the hooded man is in here and he's been able to bypass all of these trials somehow. The favor of wind, gouge. Very satisfying combat here. Okay, let's have a look. We have increases gouge damage by 15%. Residual wind aether that, having failed to dissipate on the battlefield, has instead manifested into a solid form. So all of these have just the same description. I think I will... Ooh, actually, hold on. Hold on a minute. What have we got on? Flames of Rebirth. I don't even have fucking Rising Flames equipped. So, instead of Heat Wave, I might go for Gouge damage increase. Then we've got Attack and Defense still increased. Heat Wave, Flames of Rebirth. We're gonna upgrade Heat Wave again once we get to 1,000. And that way it can be assigned to any icon, apparently. So that way we can, instead of doing like Gouge and Wicked Wheel, I can put Heat Wave on here, and then we can equip Rising Flames again, I think, if I'm understanding this mastery thing correctly. So I guess this is almost like the equivalent of a dungeon. Final Fantasy at the moment, which is cool. Alright, we've just been given a potion and a high potion, so they're making sure that we are definitely healed for what lies ahead. Ooh, oh!
Whatever they are, I don't think they're friendly.
Nice. We've got bombs, that's awesome. You gotta deal with these as soon as possible.
Stay down!
We need Jill to actually deal with these properly with ice. I'm a fire boy.
All you've got, boy.
Nice. Bomb enemies are awesome. Nice. They brought them back.
Would Joshua have had to run this gauntlet too?
No. At least not that I ever heard about.
Oh.
I imagine the Phoenix would receive a warmer welcome.
Okay. So it's not a... I thought it would be like potentially a trial for the Phoenix to have to go through these challenges. But maybe it's just because we're an intruder.
Here we go again. Where will we end up this time?
Surrounded by contraptions hell-bent on murdering us, I expect. Could the hooded man really have taken this path?
We won't know until we've followed it all the way to the end. Come on, let's keep looking.
Ooh. 1200. Oh, cool. Okay. What? No. All of them hit me. Oh my god.
There's a good boy. Who's that? Give them all you've got, boy. Don't let them get away. Give them all you've got, boy.
It never ends.
That's enough. Don't let them get away. It's over.
Look out! There's more of them.
Full like the rest. Stay down.
Will of Wind. Okay, so it's got Rook's Gambit. I think there's only one way to go in each of these locations, isn't it? Just whichever door is lit up. Back.
I don't like this.
Omega weapon. Oh, cool. Hello. Oh, fuck yeah, look at this.
Seems the feeling's mutual.
Iron Giant, dude, they brought back the Iron Giant. It looks sick, too. Wow. He's got a lot of defense.
distance, boy. Don't let them get away. Give them all you've got.
Oh, press the attack. Press the attack.
It's drawing in energy.
Not for long, it isn't. With me. Don't let them get away.
Atomic ray, dude. Oh my god. I want to see the atomic ray, but holy shit.
Not this time. Give them all you've got. Not this time.
Dude, the Iron Giant is sick. It's such a great, like, I love seeing how all of these enemies translate into Final Fantasy 15. They fit in so well.
Well done, Paul.
I like that the stagger meter at least stops when you're doing your final blow. There we go. Cinematic finish with the Iron Giant dismantled. The flames of rebirth. Fallen iron. Despite thousands of years having passed since its forging, not a single blemish, scratch, nor patch of rust can be found upon this metal's surface. As to how that is possible, none can say, and the answer will likely remain lost forever. So Iron Giants being like old fallen warriors. That's so cool. Iron Giants have been so many things over the years.
It's done.
Or is it?
What are these creatures? And why do they keep attacking us?
They're probably asking themselves the same thing. We're the ones trespassing here. They're just protecting their home. Jill, look.
God.
Mural.
It's worth a closer look, whatever it is.
I mean, I can see exactly what it is from here. I mean, maybe. If I see those 8 lights from here, I was about to say, that thing looks like Garuda in the middle for some reason, but it might be the Phoenix, like an imprint of the Phoenix. But if those 8 lights mean anything, my brain just instantly thinks it's like the 8 icons. Wicked Wheel. Yeah, that's all I think immediately. I just think the 8 icons. Pick up up our free items before we headed. I think while I am very, very happy with like combat and stringing combos together and really enjoying it, I do kind of wish that enemies fought back a little bit harder. I think that a lot of them seem to be, it's almost there is like a definite rhythm to things. Like it's like you attack, you dodge together. Like the game rewards you for like having your good dodges and your counters and reading your enemies. And I guess it would be a lot harder if you weren't doing that. But the enemies don't seem to be super aggressive in that sense. They have a lot of slow, easy to read attacks. It's early days though, and I'm assuming there will be optional bonus content like, you know, games tend to have like, you know, your bounties and your marks and your hunts and things that you can do that are optional that will be more highly challenging. And Final Fantasy is known for its like super bosses and stuff like that. Standard enemies are kind of a bit of a pushover. You only tend to rarely be taken down into the red, and that's if you're making a series of mistakes. But I definitely wouldn't be upset if enemies fought back a little bit harder. I do know that there is a new game plus called like Final Fantasy mode, which is supposed to change things up a bit. So we'll see. Okay. Right, what the fuck is this? A lich? What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. A lich. Huh. Is this like what the Fallen are? Because this does not seem mechanical.
Don't let them get away.
Suresh.
This time.
Oh my god, still going. It's funny, like witnessing an attack for the first time, you're like, oh, you are still attacking. There you go. That's cool. Easy to stagger this one.
What the hell was that thing? It wasn't like the others.
It would seem this place holds even more secrets than we thought.
Like shifted like reality around it and then appeared. It was like, ooh. That's fucking cool. So that's where we came from, right? And then there's a bunch of doors that go to different directions. Oh my god, okay. Spectre, dude, it's getting weird and ghostly and all sorts.
Not this time.
What are we witnessing right now? Where the hell? Where the hell is Lord Margrace?
A fallen wonder.
Ah, okay. We are activating a way to get there, I suppose. The mural all looks like burned away with the phoenix at the top of it. I think that's the phoenix anyway. Okay, so we've got to like light up this whole thing. This is fucking cool. Oh, wraiths. Yeah, so we got Lich, Spectres, Wraiths. Okay. I see.
Keep your distance, boy.
Lights.
Well, that did something.
Okay. Oh, we only had to do those two. Okay, I thought we were gonna have to do the back two doors as well.
So, it isn't a dead end after all.
Apparently not.
I love how we're not even like in the late game, and like this just kind of feels like some sort of secret or like end game dungeon type thing. Like it's so ancient and old and vast that it's like you could get lost in a place like this forever, and it just feels like maybe each icon has something like this. Maybe if the Phoenix has something like this, maybe each and every icon has something like this going on underground. Also, can we just like address how hollow this planet is in areas like this? Like there's pillars holding up the world, I assume, but like think about it, like it's not solid ground under your feet on this planet for many places, because like if we're taking this for example, and if there are multiple places for different icons, like they're just the world is being held up by these pillars, but underneath it is just all this magical fallen stuff at its core. And then we've got like airships on the ground and spires shooting up out of the surface. I really would love to see like sort of the X-ray of this whole entire planet and what's going on with this fallen architecture.
It all seems to lead to this room.
The apothecary.
Look what's in it.
It's all busted.
How old do you suppose this is? 1,000 years? More?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like it before. Who is that in the middle, do you think? Some sort of god.
Oh, that's not Phoenix. That's Efreet. Looks like Efreet, actually, with the horns, but there's like wings involved. What the fuck? And now Lord Margrace is going to show up. What the fuck? He's going to try and awaken...
You're him. The second dominant of fire. Who are you?
What? What is going on? I just wanted answers. Now I have more questions. Oh no! What?
What?
Oh god, what is going on? We are you.
I'm back.
Oh my... What?
Joshua!
Oh, again, it's so brutal.
Please! Stop! I did this. I killed him.
Joshua chose me to be his shield. He gave me his blessing and asked me to keep him safe. I should have protected him that day. It was my duty.
Clive.
Joshua. I'm sorry. I failed you.
Joshua died. I killed him.
And I blamed another for what I did, to spare myself the guilt. I feared that by accepting it, I would lose what little was left of me. So I ran from everything.
And now? Are you ready to accept the truth?
I am. I know it won't be easy, but it's what I must do. So that Joshua's soul can finally rest in peace.
Is this how we gain access to Efreet's icon abilities? I have to kill myself.
No matter how bitter the truth that awaits me, I will press on.
Come, Ifrit. Show me who you truly are.
What is happening? I'm fighting myself. I'm fighting myself. I'm fighting myself. Infernal icon. Ow. I'm being beaten. Get my ass beat. Oh my god. Holy shit. Is this how we gain access to... Is this how we gain access to Efreet's abilities? It's gotta be. We have to face ourselves.
Not this time.
Oops, my dodge timings are all over the place. Dude, that cutscene is nuts. Oh wow, it actually, does it work? Oh, it actually works. Holy shit, deadly takedown on Efreet. Wow. This music is insane. What am I doing here? Fucking up all of my timing for all of my dodges. That's what I'm doing here. Not yet, Clive. It's not over yet. Oh my god. Now fight yourself properly.
Still you deny it. Even when the truth's staring right at you. Come on, Clive. Face your fears.
Holy shit. Young Clive and adult Clive talking at the same time is crazy because you get to see like you get to see the difference in like the talent of the voice actor being able to like do both. It's so good. I love Clive's voice. Oh my god. Fighting Shadow Sora right now. Holy shit. Ow. Don't do that. That's rude. You've got cooler abilities than me. You're supposed to be me, you bastard. What the fuck? He's showing me my potential, what I could be. Dude, what is that? And he's got Fire. When do I get these cool moves? Get down, you bastard. Oh God. He's semi-priming. Look at that.
I see. You'd have me learn by example. Not this time.
Oh, dude, look at these moves that he's doing. Is this my future? Can I do this at one point, please? I want to semi-prime and have these goddamn badass abilities, please.
Too slow.
Hammer and anvil. Nice. Okay. Okay. You're just hellfiring. Okay. 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 You fucker. With your fucking hellfire.
Not this time.
What the? Oh my god, dude.
Wait! Not this time. Not this time.
Jesus. You got just a bit of health, mate. Just a bit of health. What happens when you fight your inner darkness? This is unreal.
No escape, eh? It's all right. I'm done running from you. Together, then. It's time to find out who we are, once and for all.
What do those bars do? Accept the truth. I'm semi-priming, let's go! Oh my god, I've unlocked the ability finally. Yes!
Show yourself, Ifrit.
Oh, dude, yes! Okay, what the fuck? What have I got? Dude! Look at these moves. Fully priming. Goddamn digivolving. Infernal Shadow Digivolve to Infernal Icon. Now it's my turn, Clive. It's your turn. You gotta do it too. Efreet versus Efreet.
I know the truth of it now. You are not Ifrit. I am.
Yes. Literally destroy your own demons to become them. This is how we gain control over ourselves. Efreet versus the Infernal Icon. Let's go. They did it. But way more orchestral and beautiful. Oh my god. We got the excellent victory theme right there. Defeat your own darkness to gain that incredible victory theme. The power of the icon Ifrit made manifest. This shard of crystal is hot to the touch and can be heard to emit a soft hum when held to the ear. Yo. Use that to make a new weapon. Icon encounters are unbelievable. Evil.
Clive, are you all right?
Jill.
I've just had one hell of a trip.
It's nothing. I'll be fine. No more chasing shadows. The hooded man isn't here. We should go.
I think that's us up the top there. I think that's limitless power, like fully realized Ifrit up the top there, and he's burned away everything beneath him. We were the hooded man all along.
Clive, are you sure you're all right? Whatever it is, you can tell me.
I had a hard enough time telling myself. I awakened as a dominant of fire, right here in this castle, and I've been running from it ever since. But now I know for certain who I really am. The second icon of fire, who killed my brother and burned this castle to the ground, was me. Ifrit.
Clive.
I took so many lives that night, and destroyed so many more, including yours. And I must atone for the crimes I've committed. But not before I learn the whole truth. How can a second icon of fire even exist? And why was I chosen as its dominant? Who is the hooded man who brought us here? And what does he want? I need to know. And since I'm still breathing, I might as well make myself useful.
We'll find your answers together. I want to learn the truth too. There'll be time enough for atonement when we're done.
I was hoping you'd say that. I don't think I could do this without you. You never were one to hide from the truth, even when we were young. And you haven't changed a bit.
You're wrong. I have changed. But I don't want to be that person anymore. The things she did were unforgivable. And yet, they're what brought us back together.
Thank you, Jill.
Okay, what the hell?
It's here, then. The disturbance I felt at the care must have been... Confound it. The hour is later than I thought.
What? Oh, no! Who the hell is this guy? Meanwhile... Castle Dasbog. Hang on, just let me... Oh my god, just let me think for a minute. Oh my god. He looks like a grown-up Joshua. But then it's like, we are you. And then we have to literally face ourselves. There's like, what, this ancient sort of Efreet worshipping cult of people maybe that are like, they're wanting to awaken the second icon of fire. And it's like, we found you and here you are. And it looks like Efreet is sort of like almost destined to be like limitless power, ruler over all. Oh my god. My brain! That fight was incredible. I need a breather for a sec because we're just in the middle of cutscenes. I just need to think about that. Literally using your past self and your current self to come to terms with who you are and the truth, and actually fighting yourself in all of your different forms is so incredible. And seeing the breadth of abilities you have there is amazing. So it looks like we've finally sort of accepted our dominant ability of Efreet. So I expect that we might have some Efreet abilities now. And maybe, I don't expect that we'll be able to transform into Efreet wherever we want. It'll probably be very cinematic and sparingly used, but I am very excited. The presentation of that is incredible, but like this Margrace fella, what is happening there? he can appear and disappear and go somewhere and elsewhere and nowhere. And is he traveling through the door to darkness? He's a hooded figure, so he's part of Organization 13. What is this Kingdom Hearts mess? But then he looks like a grown-up Joshua, but oh God. It's blowing my mind. We're not going to look at this yet. We're going to go visit tomes after this, and we'll check in with every single thing that we've, every single lore item that's popped up that we haven't read yet. Castle Dazbog. Oh, finally. I've been waiting for this guy to show up again. Is this him learning about Benedicta?
Tell me, who did this, or I'll see you suffer the same fate.
The man who delivered the coffer said Sid paid him.
I let you run amok with the rest of your rats, and this is how you repay me? Find out where he is. I'll crush him, flay him, rip out his heart, him and all his filthy brood, and send every last one of them out. No!
Yes, my lord.
Benedicta.
Yeah, I've been waiting for an update on this dude for a long time. And it's just to find out that he's been given the news. Wow. The meaning of life. Just casually, the meaning of life. Ifrit awoken. Clive has gained control of the icon Efreet, allowing access to new iconic abilities such as Ignition. But what about the remix to Ignition? A fiery lunge that drives back enemies while dealing continuous damage, as well as unlocking the Limit Break gauge. Slots for Efreet's abilities are shared with those for the Phoenix and can be confirmed via the Abilities tab in the main menu. Okay, so Efreet's abilities are shared with the Phoenix. The Limit Break must be our semi-prime, which is cool. The Limit Break gauge is located beneath Clive's HP bar. Release Clive's Inner Beast and Semi-Prime into Efreet by pressing L3 and R3 when the gauge is full. The gauge fills in battle both by taking damage as well as by successfully performing offensive and defensive maneuvers. Semi-priming temporarily grants increased attack potency and speed, gradual HP regen, and guard-breaking strikes.
So, what next?
We return to Eastpool. I promised the mayor I'd talk to him again. About Lady Hannah, amongst other things. Though she may be loath to leave, I can't help thinking she'd be safer with Sid too.
All right. We should arrange an introduction then.
Nobody's going to be safe with Sid now. Ifrit channeled. Oh, it's the main tree in the middle here. That's clever. Ignition. Attack while charging, inflicting multiple hits and forcing the enemy back. Can be used in midair. Will of the Wicks. Will of the Wicks? Summon a storm of fireballs that circle about Clive, damaging nearby targets while also absorbing damage. And Limit Break, which we can master. Upgrade adds a second limit break gauge and mastery adds a third one. Okay. I was saving up to upgrade Heatwave, but now I'm thinking I might upgrade limit break. And then we'll get these as well. Oh my god! This is so cool. Alright, let's do that. Wow, okay, how does it work? So it's shared with the Phoenix's abilities. So we've got Flames of Rebirth, and then we've got... Oh yeah, I guess we haven't bought any abilities yet, so they won't appear. They will not appear here yet. And then the limit break is different. Cool, alright. That's smart how Efreet gets added there. And we've got a cool new item now. That I think we're going to be able to craft a new weapon. So goodbye to Invictus, hello to whatever this fire crystal of Efreet will give us. Because we were able to craft a weapon with Garuda's crystal. So I'd expect the same for Efreet. So Titan is going to bring down his fury on wherever the hell Sid's located. So rest in peace Hideaway soon, because Titan can literally terraform at this point when he's mad. But it's taken a while for him to come back into the story. And this is a very meaningful way to bring him back in as well, because he sure did love his Benedicta.
Torgal, what is it?
Nothing good, I'll wager. Come on.
What the hell? Oh god, it's on fire.
What happened here?
Fucking poking him with the swords. Oh, dude, no.
You'll pay for this.
We've got a live one.
What are you doing here? Answer me!
This is our Nibelheim moment. Okay. What the fuck?
Remember our orders? No survivors!
Who would order such a thing?
Oh, the Empress. What do you think?
Stay down!
Only Mother Dearest. Of course. Who else would order such a thing that would be so cruel and cold-hearted? Ready? Semi-prime! Oh my god! Dude. That's sick. Okay, so we really want to upgrade those gauges so we can be semi-primed for much longer. Extreme down thrust. God fucking damn it.
Thought you could escape us, did you, Brandon? You were born a slave, and you'll die one!
Yeah, you guys don't actually know who I am, so...
Kill all the ducal dogs!
Ducal dogs? They were innocent people!
The double stomp.
You know what to
so limit break builds pretty quickly when you're doing what you're supposed to do. So there you go, we've got the 3 bars full.
It's over.
No, Lady Hannah's house.
All must burn! The bearers and those who sheltered them. By Empress Annabella's command!
Yep. Yep, Empress. That is very much to be expected right there.
Why?
What do you mean why? Very clear why.
I know.
Divine hammer. Goddamn.
Don't let them get away.
Okay. Trying to see if I can get some more parries in, because I'm good at dodging for the most part, but I'm trying to see if I can parry attacks or not. But that one I seem to be struggling with a lot more because I haven't really practiced it. I'm like, let's practice parries. Any game that I have to practice parries is not going to go down well. I feel like every time that I've parried, it's been a nice happy accident.
Don't let them get away. My wounds, boy. A little help.
Couldn't even finish him in time for a cinematic limit break finish, but that's okay. The limit break is very fun. Semi-priming is awesome. I like that a lot. Isn't my mother so nice?
I'm sorry, Lady Hannah.
Ah, it's so brutal.
You deserved so much better. All of these people did. Better than my mother.
Mother final boss confirmed. We gotta slice her head off.
We're too late. Gav. Clive.
Acting on the orders of the Duchess, eh? We knew Eastpool was harbouring bearers. Thought they were safe enough hidden up here, but someone must have let slip. If they'd have only come to us sooner, none of this would have had to happen. Fuck!
My mother always did despise bearers. The way Father embraced them when the other nations spat on them as slaves. The way an accident of birth gave them a power that others lacked.
But why kill everyone? They meant no harm. They just wanted to be free.
This world judges that a crime punishable by death. Which is why we're going to change it. Gav, we want to help.
Thought you'd got your own stuff to be getting on with.
We do. But it can wait.
In that case, we should head back and tell Sid you've had a change of heart. He was always on it yet to join us.
All right.
And we'd best be quick. Last I heard, he was planning another excursion.
What about the villagers?
Aye. Can I leave yous lot to take care of things here?
Of course. We'll make sure they get a proper burial.
Thank you. All of you.
When you're ready, then.
Back to the Hideaway. That is so crazy. Oh, look at them all lined up, dude. Oh. Well, I promised the mayor I would return.
Now, rats, lead me to your nest.
No!
Lord Kupka has a message for your leader. If only he knew where to send it.
Suspicious character. See, if they're talking about someone must have let slip and the Imperials being here, you would better make sure that you were not followed back to the Hideaway, but this is not going to go well. This is just going to be tragic. Let's go back to the Hideaway. Oh, let's go tell the literal Earth Titan icon where the Hideaway is, and let's witness it get leveled. Suspicious character. Back to the Hideaway. Righting wrongs. I sure do love it when tragedy is right around the corner.
Sit Solar, then. We have a lot to discuss.
I have more to discuss with Tomes at the moment. Oh, dude, being able to replay the icon fight with Ifrit would be amazing.
Lacey, I'm busy here. So, what'll it be?
I cannot craft a weapon with, that crystal. I'll eat my words then. Okay. Never mind. Never you mind that. No point really upgrading the Gaia blade, because it's still weaker than what I've got. I wonder if we're gonna upgrade, like, get to like a +3 or anything. Maybe it's just locked within the story.
You tell Sid what you told me. We can hammer out the details once that's done.
What happened? Is everything all right?
No, it's not.
Now, my research can continue apace, and when my fertilizer is complete, the furrows will need expanding. Bahamil will not bow to the blight.
Nectar. Not a yummy nut inside.
Come by again when we've grown some fruit worth eating, and I'll see that you get some.
There's a commotion in the main hall. What's happened this time?
The reports from Eastpool are disturbing. We knew the Vicereine had no love for her subjects, but to order the slaughter of an entire village.
The reunion with our mother is going to be very, very interesting.
Clive! You're alright! I thought you might be...
Yes? What?
If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
You ain't got nothing I want, love.
Finished, are you?
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier. Didn't sound happy.
I'd been cast out and left for dead when Sid found me.
Petals stand up to the sun, the rose feels not his shade. Earth soak in tears of blood, tonight his oath is made.
So we get like brief song updates of like what we've just experienced. I wonder if you just ignore him the whole time that you'll get a full song going back through the whole thing or not.
New dung had so many uses.
Will you stop going on about dung? Everyone else gets an update to their dialogue in here. God damn it.
Easy for him to...
Good day. Or is it night? It can be hard. What subject shall we consider today?
All of them. Why is this upgraded to... Why is this red now? The icons used to be blue. What does red mean? Why are the icons all red now? Okay. An Imperial bearer turned deserter. He and his childhood friend Jill journey to their homestead of Rosaria to learn the truth of the events that shaped their histories. Their path takes them through the village of Eastpool, where they meet with Hannah Murdoch, wife of the late Lord Commander. She presents Clive with a set of clothes that once belonged to his father. Is everything red now because we've just been awoken with the power of Efreet? That's such a weird UI change. Kupka's awakening as the dominant of the Icon Titan thrust him to the forefront of Dalmekian politics, winning him influence over both the Republic's armies and its policy-making, as well as a personal fortune. His greatest treasure, however, was always Benedicta Harmon, so when a servant of Walud informed him that his love had been slain by Sid, his fury toward the outlaw and his allies knew no bounds. So he wrongfully thinks that it was Sid, even though that it was not. Rodney Murdoch, Lord Commander of the Rosarian Army, outranked by his firm friend Archduke Elwyn. When Clive manifested into Ifrit during the attack on Phoenix Gate, Murdoch lost his life to the infernal icon's flames. Okay. Wife of Rodney Murdoch, Lord Commander of the Rosarian Army. Since her marriage, she has resided in the Murdoch Manor in Eastpool, remaining there even after her husband's death at Phoenix Gate. She gladly welcomes Clive and Jill into her home, going so far as to gift Clive a set of clothes that once belonged to his father, a reminder of happier times that she would rather lived on than moulded in a closet. Alas, her time was also to be cut short at the hands of the villainous servants of Empress Annabella. The lands comprising the western reaches of the continent of Storm, formerly known as the Grand Duchy of Rosaria, it became an imperial province after its annexation by the Holy Empire of Sanbreque in the year 861. Annabella Lesage, once Duchess of Rosaria and now Empress of Sanbreque, was granted stewardship of her former home and the title of Vicereine, a role she embraced with a sadistic relish, enacting a regime of crippling taxation and constant surveillance, along with renewed persecution of the bearer population. It's very interesting that we haven't seen her at all. Not even in any cutscenes so far. The remains of the fortress... actually... I think this one's also new. The remains of the fortress destroyed in the year 860 on what came to be known as the Night of Flames, the castle invasion by Sanbrequois saboteurs, and then this one says assassins, and the battle between the two icons of fire that arose in its wake. The earth is still riddled with fissures and tears, testament to the ferocity of the fight that unfolded here. The gate itself was buried beneath piles of soot-stained rubble, and with it Rosaria's pride. falling as the duchy did to the Empire not long afterward. Ancient ruins lie beneath and are reached by means of underground pathway. Prior to Rosaria becoming an imperial province, the gate was of great importance to the people of the duchy, being the site of the rite of ancestral communion. The Apothecary is a place of worship located in the depths of Phoenix Gate, an ancient stronghold on the northwestern border of the former Duchy of Rosaria. A large mural dominates this sacred chamber, where the rite of ancestral communion, a ceremony carried out by the duchy's dominant prior to marching into battle, was once performed. Looking at this, it looks like this was supposed to be some sort of mural where potentially all of the icons are burned away here, like it's all that mural is gone. There's 8 lights above it, which to me represent the 8 icons, and then we've got sort of fully awakened Efreet there at the top, burning away everything else. All of the other icons are going to die, I reckon, and then we absorb all of their power. Like, Garuda's gone, Sid's days are probably numbered, Joshua's gone, we'll probably have to fight Titan. I don't know what's going to happen with Jill and Shiva, and then we've obviously got Bahamut and Odin to take into consideration too. We'll have to see how things play out. Those who maintain allegiance to the late Archduke Elwin and work for the revival of the fallen Duchy of Rosaria. After Rosaria was incorporated into the Empire, most swore loyalty to their new viceroy, the Empress Annabella, even more converting after they saw how those who refused to change their allegiances were persecuted. This persecution was to only grow, culminating in the burning of Eastpool by Imperial troops on the pretext that their reluctance to surrender Rosalith's bearers to the Constabulary proved their disloyalty to the Holy Throne. The term had a different meaning in the time before Imperial occupation. Rosaria was founded by the union of several small independent nations, each led by its own noble house. These houses remained powerful even after unification, sometimes leading to friction between the loyalists who argued for the Archduke's ultimate authority and the separatists who pushed for a return to autonomy. A hamlet is located in the eastern part of the Imperial province of Rosaria. It was once surrounded by fertile farmland, but the southward creep of the Blight eventually drove out most of the inhabitants. In the aftermath of the attack on Phoenix Gate in 860 and the Ironblood invasion that followed, many fled here, including bearers who had lost their masters. The majority of that population, however, was wiped out in the culling of bearers ordered by Empress Annabella, and the village now lies abandoned and in ruins. The Purge was a brutal attack on the Rosarian village of Eastpool in the year 873. Annabella Lesage, Holy Empress of Sanbreque and Vicereine of Rosaria, ordered that all bearers being harboured by the villagers be slaughtered, along with those ducal loyalists who had given them shelter. In the ensuing massacre, Eastpool's population was effectively decimated, and ultimately the village was abandoned. The Viceregency? After the incorporation of Rosaria into the Empire, Emperor Sylvester elected not to rule the new province directly, but to make of it a viceregency with Rosalith as its provincial capital. Okay, this is just talking about Castle Dazbog, home of Hugo Kupka, dominant of Titan and warden of Earth. A castle built within the dome-like mountain that contains Drake's Fang. It is the primary residence of Hugo Kupka, dominant of Titan, and is lavishly appointed to suit his extravagant tastes. Yeah, look at that, right? It looks like we've got Efreet's horns, but like massively spiked out, and maybe potentially Efreet growing some goddamn wings, looking like some safer Sephiroth final boss type stuff. A wall painting found in the depths of the Apothecary under Phoenix Gate. Who created it and for what purpose is unknown, but the celestial being in the center suggests some connection to a long-lost religion. And if it's not Efreet, that might be the classic RPG staple of level 1, feed cat, level 100, kill god. Right there. Echoes, strange clockwork constructs often encountered in fallen ruins. The question of whether or not they are truly alive is open to debate, as they do not appear to require water, nor do they feed on the flesh of their victims as beasts do, but seemingly exist solely to protect their habitat from intruders. All echoes are encased in protective plating that is made from the same material as the ruins, and thus cannot be destroyed, though repeated blows will cause individual plates to dislodge, eventually causing the entire construct to collapse on itself. Hang on. Ultima's thralls. Twisted, glowing blue creatures that awaited Clive and Jill deep within Phoenix Gate to try and prevent them from gaining the innermost recesses of the apothecary. Ultima's thralls. Is this potentially the being known as Ultima then? That's new information there. They're not just referred to as like something else, like they've been named. Ultima's thralls. Okay. That seems like pretty big information. Interesting, they're not even in here. Yeah, so in the bestiary, those echoes and the liches and the wraiths and specters and stuff, they don't come up in the bestiary. They are just different, they're a different entry entirely. Floating masses of self-contained flame found across both storm and ash. These creatures lack the flesh with which we associate with typical fauna, leading scholars of the natural world to posit that they are not descended of any beast, but rather ungodly creations of the fallen. By suppressing their internal furnaces, bombs can allow their bodies to cool and harden until appearing naught more than a simple stone, unworthy of remark. It is in this form that they hunt their prey, waiting until an unfortunate soul has stumbled upon their place of rest before rising from the ground to spew forth fiery gouts of death. Oddly, should the prey fight back, the bomb will not flee but rather combust spontaneously, sacrificing its own life to save the flock. Oversized suits of armor animated by lost fallen magics, deceptively swift despite their size, they wield both sword and shield skillfully and effectively, while the otherworldly plate which surrounds their vulnerable cores provide them with a nigh impenetrable defense. Nice. That is our updates to the lore.
Do you need any help?
Why was it?
They've definitely updated everyone else's dialogue except for the studious soul who loves talking about poop, and it must be intentional. There's no way it's not intentional at this point. God damn it. With that one, we bring this episode of Final Fantasy XVI to a close. Thank you so much for joining me today for another significant story event, having Clive embrace the truth, and we now have access to Ifrit's iconic abilities. We will be visiting Cid next time to right some wrongs and see what happens now that Hugo Kupka will be aware of this place. It's only a matter of time. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you then.